Today, I'm going from $0 to $100 trillion, but every time I rebirth, my brainrots level up. So let's grab our very first brainrot, and I think I'm gonna grab Tim Cheese. And once we rebirth, he's gonna level up, so I need a Trippy Troppy and a Gangster Fatera. So let's quick grab Trippy Troppy. And now we can also grab Gangster Fatera.
Gangster Futera.
And now we have everything we need to rebirth, so let's rebirth right now and see what Tim Cheese turns into. And oh, okay, Tim Cheese turned into Bandito Bobrito, alright? Another swag lord with a suit on, and he's also gold, so it looks like it upgrades. And Trippy Troppy actually upgraded too into a Bananita Dolphinita. Well, I guess it looks like it's turning into aquatic creatures, which could be good for us in the future, actually. That's awesome. Let's see what we need to rebirth again. Boneca and Berber Patapim. Alright, I need to grab those. But we could also maybe grab some other stuff that could level up for us, like a Lirili Larila.
Lirili Larila.
I think that has some potential to turn into something good. I mean, we already know what that could turn into. And then, of course, we have Berber Patapim, so let's grab that.
Berber Patapim.
Because that is one of the two things we need to rebirth, so now we're just waiting on Boneca and Balabu. And there, my friends, is Boneca and Balabu.
Boneca and Balabu.
And now we have 5 brainrots. We're making a decent amount of money, but when we have enough money, we'll be able to rebirth once again. So let's make that money real quick, and we should have enough money now. Okay, we now have the $3 million we need to rebirth, and we have Boneca and Balabu and Berber Patapim. So just like that, we're gonna rebirth once again. Oh, okay, we actually had 4 brainrots upgrade. 1 disappeared. I assume it was Berber Patapim, because Tim Cheese has now upgraded all the way to a Bandito Axolito that also has a hat. Dang, this thing is leveling up really well. And Tralalero Tralala from Bananita Dolphinita. So it went from Trippy Troppy to a dolphin to a shark. I guess that does make sense. And Tralalero Tralala is really good because that could turn into some crazy stuff. And then Lirili Larila also turned into another elephant, which makes perfect sense. And Boneca actually turned into Mummy Ambalabu, which is a 250k a second brainrot god. So this is our best brainrot already, and we can collect money, and I think we have the money to rebirth already. We do, but we still need Trulimero and Chimpanzini Bananini. So let's grab those, and also I want to see if there's anything that I need. Well, this is the Chimpanzini.
Chimpanzini Bananini.
Oh, there's a Cocofonto that just spawned on the line. Hello. We already have the Lirili Larila that turned into the Elefanto Frigo. We should actually just sell this. Hear me out. And then place the Elefanto there.
Cocofanto Elefanto.
This is probably the next step in elephants. But now what we're waiting on is a Trulimero Trulicina. But before we grab the Trulimero Trulicina, I actually do want to grab Tatatata Sahur.
Tatatata Sahur.
Because I have a feeling that there's a lot of Sahurs in this game, and this thing could turn into something pretty freaking good by the end of this video. And there you have it, folks. Trulimero Trulicina. Welcome.
Trulimero Trulicina.
I assume you're going to get Thanos snapped out of existence, but that's okay, because we don't really need you because we've already got Brainrot gods, and the things in this base are only going to level up to get even better. And now that you're in the base, it is fully time to rebirth again. So let's click this rebirth button and see what everything in this base turns into. Okay, things are getting crazy. Okay, so it looks like Tatata Sahur is now a Tititi Sahur. It's probably going to turn into a Tete Sahur next. I mean, let's be real. That makes sense. But it looks like our Tim Cheese is now leveled all the way up to a Signore Carapaz with a Mateo hat and its candy. It looks like everything that has a suit is just what Tim Cheese makes. So Tim Cheese just makes awesome suited up people. And then our Brainrot gods did not level up, which I guess makes sense because I assume they take more than 1 rebirth to level up. They are pretty overpowered already, and we're only on rebirth like what, 3? So we do need a Chef Crabber, Glorba Fruta Trio, and Chimpanzini Bananini did turn into an Avocadorillo. Oh, guys, we have a gold mythic lucky block on the line. So let me just quick grab the money. We should be able to get it. And now let's grab this lucky block.
Lucky block.
And now every time we rebirth, this lucky block should turn into better and better lucky blocks. We are looking for Chef Crabber and Glorbo Frutadrillo. And every rebirth from now on is going to be difficult to get the stuff we need, so I am just going to buy 4x luck. So we now have an hour of 4x luck, and that should make things easier for us to get the brainrots we need. Like I said, it's only been like a minute, and yeah, we already got Glorbo Frutadrillo.
Glorbo Frutadrillo.
And now that Gumball's in the base, let's grab everything we have right here. Let's grab all of our monies. And we have 400 $123 million, which is not anywhere close to our goal of 100 trillion, but it's a good start. And would you look at that, a Bombini Gusini spawned on the line. We are gonna need that later, but we don't need it now, so let's buy it.
Bombomini Gusini.
I just really hope that the Bombini Gusini doesn't level up, because then I won't be able to use it to rebirth when I need it. Something tells me that that's probably gonna end up as a Nuclearo Dinosauro before I need it. And there we go, there's Chef Crabacadabra, so we can finally level up our Brainrots once again.
Chef Crabracadabra.
And now that our crab is in the base and we have, what, like $500 million? $700 million. Okay, now we can definitely upgrade everything in this base once again. So let's click the rebirth button again and see what levels up. Oh my gosh. Okay, there is a lot to unpack here because we now have a lot of Brainrots. Let's start with Tim Cheese, who is all the way up to a Galaxy Mateohead Spionero Golubiro. And then Tralalero Tralala did finally level up. It's now Extinct Tralalero, so nothing crazy, but that's a level up. Cocofonto still hasn't leveled up. I guess we all know what's coming. When are you gonna level up into a strawberry elephant? Please let me know. Mummy Umbalaboo might be the Umbalaboo's final one. This was Chimpanzini, okay, and then it was another gorilla, so it's just another gorilla. Okay, you're probably gonna level up eventually. Anyways, what was it? Tetete to tititi to te. No, it was ta 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 to te. T-T-T-T to te-te-te. So this is now te-te-te. Okay. Anyways, our Mythic Lucky Block is now a Brainrot God Lucky Block with Bubblegum. So I guess maybe the Lucky Blocks get traits every time they level up. And dude, our Bombini Gusini! No, it leveled up! Okay, well we do have a Brainrot God, and then our Chef Crabacadabra also leveled up. So it looks like a lot of things level up and some things disappear. We're about to be at our first billion already. But we do need Frigo and Orangatini. So I guess the only thing I can do is sit here and wait for those, unless there's something else that spawns on the line that might help me out. But we're just gonna sit here and see what we get. Okay, it hasn't actually been that long, but an Avocadini Gufo did just spawn, and if you guys look, take a gander at Avocadini Gufo, this is actually an owl. I don't know if you guys know, but there's also a pretty good owl in the game, so I'm gonna buy this.
Avocadini Guffo.
Yeah, that's probably gonna turn into something we need. While we're at it, we might as well collect money and get our first billion, even though you aren't helping me yet, but you could definitely turn into a meowl. Oh, there is also an Orangatini on the line, so let me just grab that real quick.
Orangutini Ananassi.
That's actually going to be the first thing that goes onto the second layer of my base. We're actually going to get a lot of Brainrots in this video. There's going to be a lot of things leveling up. Oh, hello? This is the second Bombini Gusini I've gotten. I'm going to buy it.
Bombomini Gusini.
Because I do need it. We might have to get this into an alt account's base to save it for later. But now, again, we're just waiting for Frigo Camello to spawn. So I will see you guys when Frigo Camello spawns. And just like that, we have Frigo Camello finally. It took a little bit.
Frigo Camello.
But that is a Frigo Camello. Some other stuff spawned, but I didn't really care about it because I didn't need it. And our Brainrots are going to level up anyway, so I'm not buying anything that I don't think can level up into something really freaking cool. Okay, I have moved Bombini Gusini into a different base. Now we can rebirth. How much money do we have? How close are we to $100 trillion? We're at 3 billion. So we do still need to level up a lot to get there. However, I think we definitely can. Anyways, let's get this rebirth down. Let's get it now. Oh my gosh. There is literally no way. Obviously, our strawberry elephant has leveled up finally after, how many rebirths have we done? Like 6 or 7? So I don't even know which one. There's a Bombardiro. There's no way. That's the thing that I need to rebirth, right? Okay, let's grab this Bombardiro real quick.
Bombardiro Crocodile.
Okay, anyways, and also, we now have an Antonio that is also, I don't know, Mateo Hat and Yin Yang. This all started from a Tim Cheese. I don't know, is there any secret that's wearing a suit? There probably is one. It's probably gonna turn into a duel. Either way, that's really cool. And then there's a spooky gun. Oh, our Mummy and Balaboo actually finally turned into something. It's now a spooky grande. That can't get better, right? I don't think there's anything that could turn into that's even better. I don't think this is ever gonna level up, but it does have strawberry. Is there anything in here that I just don't think can level up? Low-key, I might want to sell Crabbo Limonetta. I don't want to clutter my base with the likes of Crabbo Limonetta. Our Lucky Block is also crazy. I think we have everything to rebirth once again, too, don't we? You know what? I am gonna bring this Bombardiro Crocodilo down to the bottom of my base, just so that you can sit right here with everything else that we are trying to level up. Have we made our first trillion yet? Not yet. But remember, our goal is 100 trillion, and of course, I do want to use that $100 trillion to rebirth as well. But let's rebirth again, and then level up my Brainrots another time. Oh my gosh. Okay. We now have a doodle that's 9 million a second. I think this is what our little Tim Cheese at the beginning of the video has turned all the way into. And oh, I didn't even notice you. Extinct Trollalero is now Trollalodon. Okay, we are starting to get some crazy stuff. Strawberry Elephant has not leveled up. That makes sense. La Spooky Grande did not level up either. Jackarilla doesn't look like it's gonna level up anymore. You haven't leveled up, but I have a feeling you will. Come on, it's an owl. Guys, this is low-hanging fruit, okay? What does an owl turn into? Comment down below if you think the owl is gonna turn into a meowl. But also, our lucky block that started from a little mythic lucky block is now a spooky gold lucky block, and I think it just got zombie and witch hat, probably because it's spooky. I think the traits that it gets kind of relate to the lucky block that it's going to turn into, but we're not going to open it yet. It still can level up maybe all the way to a secret or an admin or even Los admin lucky blocks. And okay, there's a Trenostruzzo over there. I'm actually going to need that, but let me just buy that on my alt account real quick. Okay, so we now have Trenostruzzo. Bombombini Gusini is also my next rebirth, so let me grab this. I actually do have an idea. Okay, so let's put this in the base real quick. Now, the next rebirth is a Tetete Sahur, which unfortunately I can't get because a TTT Sahur can't spawn on the line, but there are future rebirths that I might actually be able to level things up to. If I time this correctly, I could get a Trollalero Trolala by the time I need it for rebirth. So let me buy a Trippy Troppy. Actually, there's a Trippy Troppy there? Okay, well, I'm sure I'll get another Trippy Troppy. Anyways, I will need a Trippy Troppy.
Trippi troppi.
Because this did just turn into other stuff. It's weird that it didn't turn into a Trippy Troppy Troppa Trippa. It does turn into a Trollalero Trolala, and that is very helpful to me. And I think I am probably just gonna rebirth now, because that can turn into a Trollalero, and I think I've got everything I... Wait a second. Pause. I think that you will turn into a Giraffa Celestre, because the Giraffa looks like a melon. I don't know. I'm gonna buy it.
Cacorrito melonito.
If you turn into a Giraffa Celestre and I get really lucky and you level up into that, that would be really cool because I need a Giraffa. So I do have the money, right? Let's just do a quick collection. Yeah, okay, that is our first $1 trillion. This is insane. We have 2.5 trillion. But anyways, let's just rebirth real quick. Anything could happen. We're leveling up here. Okay. Oh, everything has zombie. Wait. Oh my gosh, we got a Headless Horseman. Wait, that's insane. Okay, and it looks like the Headless Horseman gave everything zombie. I guess that means when you turn into something really good, like a Strawberry Elephant or a Headless Horseman or probably a Dragon Cannelloni or a Meowl, you give out your trait to everything else, but you don't get it yourself. Okay, that's interesting. That's actually really cool. And our lucky block is now a secret lucky block with 6 traits on it. That's ridiculous. Our Tototosaur is also 27 million. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna sell this. This was our Bombombini Gusini that we just used to rebirth. So I'm gonna sell that. And then let's go see what happened to the things that we bought up here. Okay, this did turn into a Giraffa Celestre. Oh, and this is gonna turn into a Trollalero Trollala. Okay, so we need a Tetete Sahur, and we need a Cocofonto Elefanto. I'm gonna grab that Giraffa Celestre, and I'm gonna move it into my alt account. And just like that, we do have a Giraffa Celestre and a Trenostruzzo Turbo. That's really good, and that's gonna be a Trollalero Trollala. So we're gonna get stuff we need to rebirth. What do we need next? Okay, we need a Tetete Sahur, and our 4x luck did run out, so that does suck. But I'm gonna collect money. We're at 4.72 trillion. We're well on our way to the 100 trillion we're trying to get to. We just need to get to the rebirth as well. And there's Bananita Dolphinita. Hello, you're turning into Trollalero Trollala eventually, and there's a Tetete Sahur on the line. That's exactly what we need to rebirth, so I'm just gonna grab that.
Tetete Saur.
You know, I should just get more 4x luck. And just like that, I have another hour of 4x luck. And hopefully after we rebirth, something does spawn during our another session of 4x luck. But let's rebirth with Tetete Sahur. Okay, why is everything red? Okay, everything is blood rot. Okay, that's because we have an Evilodon, and we also finally upgraded our owl into a Meowl. We need to gauge the situation here. Our Doodle is now 12 million a second, and it has so many traits on it. The Evilodon has now leveled up from just a little Trippy Troppy, and it is given everything blood rot, and the Meowl is given everything Meowl, and so our best Brainrots are over billions a second. We can just literally collect like $7 trillion just like that. Okay, I will say this, Jackarilla, you suck. I'm selling you. We don't need you. You're not upgrading. I also have 2 Tototo Sahurs, so I'm just gonna sell this one. And then up here is the Trollalero Trollala that we got. So that's pretty good. We have this Hello, Cocofonto. Hello, I will need you, actually. I do need this Cocofonto.
Cocofonto
And
Elefanto.
another Tetete Sahur. Okay, everything that I need is spawning. Anyways, Cocofonto, come to the base. We will need you to rebirth. And we also have an admin lucky block with how many? 8 traits on it. Okay, I'm assuming this turns into Los Admin Lucky Blocks next rebirth. So we're definitely going to be opening this awesome freaking Lucky Block. And now that our next few rebirths are already set, we should just be good to rebirth. So yeah, anyways, like, I need you. Hello, Odin. Okay, I cannot risk leveling up this Odin because I need it to rebirth. So I'm just gonna let it go into my alt account's base. So we have 4 rebirths just chilling, ready in here. I guess the only other one we would need is the Trippy Troppa Troppa Tripa. But let's quick do this Cocofonto rebirth and let's see what we get. All right, we are rebirthed and it doesn't look like much has changed. Cocofonto doesn't level up for a bit to Strawberry Elephant. So you know what? I am just gonna sell that. We already have a Strawberry Elephant, okay? We're trying to get other cool new stuff. We're gonna see what happens. But, oh my god, hello. Our Lucky Blocks have now leveled up. I think that's the only thing in the base that leveled up. But we have the most conglomerate mess of Lucky Blocks ever. Is that max traits? Okay. It looks like after 6 or 7 rebirths, we get these crazy Lucky Blocks. So I don't know if I want to risk anything. We are going to open this Lucky Block. And if we get something crazy, everybody's got to subscribe. Who am I kidding? This is going to be crazy. You all should subscribe. Okay. Oh my god, it's lagging my game. That's how crazy it is. What did we get? I don't even know what we got. No, wait. Low 6-7! Oh my god, I made a 6-7 joke and then I got low 6-7. It is literally 1.2 billion a second. That's our, what, 4th best brain? I don't even know. We have so many amazing brain rots. We make trillions of dollars every second. But, of course, we do need to use those trillions to rebirth. So let's just grab Giraffa Celestre real quick.
Giraffa Celestre.
And let's put this Giraffa Celestre in the base and rebirth. And I don't think anything in here does level up. So you know what? I am just going to run this rebirth. And then just collect money. We already collected $34 trillion. Okay, and I didn't even hit the meow. Okay, well, then we're gonna grab our Tralalero. We're gonna also put you in the base, and we're gonna use you to rebirth as well. So let's quick rebirth with the Tralalero. And that was a pretty fast rebirth as well. We now have, how much money do we have? Literally 13 trillion. Oh, so the only thing that happened was the Tralalero turned into an extinct Tralalero. Awesome. All right, well, let's sell you because I don't care about you because I've already got a Evilodon. Okay, so we have the 7 trillion we need to rebirth with Odin, so let's grab this guy.
Trippi troppi troppa trippa.
And okay, well, the Trippy Troppi Troppa Trippa did just spawn. So let's get this in my alt account's base. So that is actually the last few things that I need to hit 100 trillion, and the leveling up has made my base so incredibly overpowered. Like, I'm making insane amounts of money right now. Like, look at this low 6-7, bruh. However, we already have the $7 trillion we need to rebirth again, so let's rebirth once again. And once again, the leveling up process has stalled, but we are making a lot of money. But I have a pretty cool idea. I'm gonna grab something from my main account real quick. So I have my next rebirth Brainrots, but I also have this Chiclitera Biciclitera. I need to use the Trenostruzza right now, but I'm also gonna grab this Chiclitera, and I'm gonna put it inside my base. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that when we get the next Brainrot, it could be something special. Okay, I actually only have 27 trillion, so we're gonna have to wait a few minutes. This is unprecedented territory. Maybe I should have just gotten another Strawberry Elephant, but it's okay. I can wait a few minutes, okay? I'll see you guys when I have the money that I need. All right, and if I quick collect here, we should have, yeah, we do have the 35 trillion we need now. Perfect. Okay, we have 40 trillion. I might have waited a little bit too long. I waited literally 30 seconds. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Anyways, let's just rebirth. Let's rebirth real quick, and let's see if what I think is gonna happen will actually happen. And we are now rebirthed once again, and our Trenostruzza Turbo turned into, well, this little crying toilet, which does make sense, but I'm gonna sell it, because I don't care. But our Chiclitera did turn into just this Grim Reaper bike, dude. Look at him. He looks kind of evil. And I like this thing a lot. I'm glad that I tried to put it in here and just see what would happen. I just wanted to see if the bike would level up into Mitotera, Biciclitera, and it did. But now let's grab our Trippy Troppa Troppa Tripa, make our $100 trillion, and of course, finalize this freaking video. We are almost done with our goal we set out for at the beginning of this video. So let me quick snap my fingers and make $100 trillion. And if we do one final collection, we should have the money we need. Yeah, okay, yeah, we definitely got over 100 trillion. So let's rebirth right now. And what happened? Why is this the only guy left? Oh no. Okay, so what I think I've learned is never put the Grim Reaper in your base, especially when you have some of the most overpowered Brainrots in the game. Bro, it's all freaking gone. Well, If you guys did enjoy, leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll like it just as much as this one.